So this is the biggest city in the land. It's just as impressive as I imagined. There's a great smell of food coming from the fair over there. Let's check it out.
Betrayal is black and permeates in the shadows. The twins walk towards each other because they are each other's soulmates.
Nonsense! I'd never risk tarnishing my reputation by selling food that's gone bad.
Don't give me that bullshit. I threw up and had diarrhea after eating here. You'd better pay up, or I'm gonna make sure that you run out of business. Watch out, everyone! This place will give you food poisoning. I'd avoid it like the plague if I were you.
How could you?
Guys, there's no need to raise your voice. Why don't you show us some evidence?
What? Are you standing up for her? Fine. Either pay up for her, or she can clear out of this spot.
So that's what you're after? What a dirty trick!
You want a piece of me, huh? I'm warning you. We work for Earl Morrison.
What's this about?
Oh no, here he comes. Let's scram!
David, what are you doing here?
I've hastened back to bring important news to my father. This is Snow White and my new friend, Bernie.
They're your friends, huh? You better keep them out of trouble.
The anniversary of Dr. James' death is around the corner, right? Are you going to the Jade Forest to visit his grave?
Yes, I was just about to set off.
Fitz, it's dangerous to go out these days. I don't think you should.
Don't you worry about me, David.
Fitz.
Prince Fitz and you are so different, and he seemed a bit aloof.
We're pretty close. It's just that he's always quite gloomy around the anniversary of Dr. James' death. Dr. James was like a teacher and friend to him.
Sounds like a loyal friend. You've got that in common.
Yes, Fitz may appear standoffish, but he actually has a heart of gold.
Hey, can you tell Snow White was complimenting you? Now then, let's go see the king.
David, I didn't expect you to be back so soon. Looks like you've made some new friends.
This is Princess Margaret of Aurora City, and a new friend I met in the Eversong Forest. Father, we saw signs of dark magic in the Eversong Forest, and the mastermind behind it is Queen Regina of Aurora City.
Dark magic was banned long ago. Besides, Regina doesn't know how to use magic.
Your Majesty, we're telling the truth. I saw her wielding dark magic with my own eyes, and we had to escape because of that.
Let's not jump to conclusions. I need more information to establish the truth.
Why don't you consult Father about restoring your castle and the magician you are looking for?
Right. Your Majesty, my castle suffered an attack, and the crystal castles were stolen. I hear there's a powerful magician in the Oz Kingdom, and I'd like to seek his help.
I see. I think you're referring to Mage Merlin. Unfortunately, he's not in the Oz capital at the moment. He's gone to a castle to look into some sort of incident. But don't worry, I'm sure things will work out for you in the end. In the meantime, I think David would be glad to give you a tour around the city.
The sight of the fair makes my mouth water. Let's check out that place we saw earlier.
See anything you like? How about my signature apple pie?
Was that Prince Fitz? I wouldn't have put him down as someone with a sweet tooth.
Prince Fitz didn't come for desserts. He was helping me out because he was friends with my brother.
Who's your brother?
My brother James was Prince Fitz's doctor.
I see. I thought Fitz liked the desserts, and that it'd be good to have you work at the palace.
How lucky Prince Fitz is to have such a considerable brother in you. I still think about my brother all the time. If he hadn't fallen in love with a werewolf, he wouldn't have gone to the Jade Forest.
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
But I would have supported him in his pursuit of true love if I could go back in time. Oh, how am I going to carry all these crates of apples without Prince Fitz?
Let me help.
Thank you for your help. The apple pies are almost done. Please try some as a thank you. Is there anything you want, mister? Please line up.
Prince David, there you are. His Majesty wants to see you right away.
Sorry, please excuse me. Father must have something urgent to discuss with me.
David didn't get to eat anything. Let's get something for him.
Why don't we ask the owner to let us make some cookies here? It'll be even more special.
David, you're back already. Snow White and I were gonna bring you some apple pies.
The joy of food is made doubled by sharing. What do you think, David?
Delicious indeed. I've just made some changes to the defense map. Please give it to Commander Black for him to make preparations on the defense against dark magic.
Commander Black, Prince David asked me to give this revised defense map to you.
There hasn't been any revision to the defense map in a long time. Is there a problem?
We need to be prepared for a potential onslaught of dark magic.
There hasn't been any revision to the defense map in a long time. Is there a problem?
Speaking of which, I'm a bit concerned about the Watchers' fighting ability. Aren't they a bit too tiny for Watchers?
There hasn't been any revision to the defense map in a long time. Is there a...
So that's the guard commander? He looks like he'll burst into tears if I just give him a single punch.
Let's have a duel, if you have any doubts about my ability. Come on, I'll show you what I can do.
Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha!
Yeah! If I let my fist down, you'll lose your life.
Fantasy dream!
Hey! Ha!
Impressive. No wonder His Majesty and Prince David think so much of you.
Well, you're rather impressive too. I have misjudged you.
I've just received a message from the Herald.
I was deceived by appearance again and underestimated him.
I've just received a message from the Herald. The king wishes to see you.
It seems to me David is quite attached to that princess.
Well,
I thought David might be too shy around girls. Perhaps you could give him a hand in the matters of romance. I hope you don't mind this request from a worried father.
leave it to me.
Oh, you're back. Prince Fitz is here to see us.
Is there anything I can help with?
Urgent news, everyone. Anyone who's seen the king today must be questioned, including you, my brother.
Commander Black, what's happened? What? I need to question the aide-de-camp right away.
Sorry, Your Highness, but you're one of the suspects.
After I got back, I reported to Father with Snow White and Bernie. Then Father had a few words with me in private. He seemed perfectly fine then.
Then I had a private audience with His Majesty, just like usual.
After that, His Majesty awarded me with the title. The aide-de-camp and many watchers were also present.
You're doing the right thing. All suspects must be treated the same, regardless of status.
Earl Morrison is displaying textbook suspicious behavior.
I'll handle it. Don't you worry about it.
May I go check on my daughter? I'll be back soon.
Sure, I have faith in the integrity of Earl Morrison.
Commander Black, what's happened? What? I need to question the aide-de-camp right away.
Sorry, Your Highness, but you're one of the suspects.
What's going on? How come David has become a suspect?
I don't believe David is capable of something like that. We must find the real culprit and clear David of suspicion. Actually, I do have a prime suspect in mind. Those who can benefit from this are suspects.
Do you mean Fitz?
We don't have any evidence, though. I'll track him down. If it was him, he must have other plans next.
You, stand guard at the Vine Tower. You, keep watch at the heart of Oz.
Aye.
Morrison? I thought he went to check on his daughter.
Prince Fitz! You... What the hell was that about?
What are you talking about?
I delivered that thing to His Majesty as you instructed, and he fell into a coma right after.
I don't follow you.
Don't play dumb. We had an agreement. I'd help you deliver that thing, and you'd arrange for Prince David to marry my daughter.
Why would a prince marry the daughter of an earl with waning influence?
You...
Take it easy, Uncle Morrison. Why don't you go home and get some rest? And keep your mouth shut.
Does that mean Fitz is the mastermind? I gotta follow Morrison. He may have evidence on him.
Where are you going in such a panic?
You...
I can't let anything happen to Morrison. I gotta take out those rascals.
Hey! Ha! Cha! Ha! Ya! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha!
Earl Morrison, are you okay?
It's you. I had no idea. It wasn't me.
I heard your conversation with Fitz. If you want to live, you'd better tell me everything you know.
I was just following Prince Fitz's instruction. I had hoped Prince David would marry my daughter, but I heard he brought home a princess with him. Then Prince Fitz gave me a box to deliver to the king. He said he'd get rid of that princess. I didn't know what was in that box. I had no idea the king would fall into a coma.
Do you have any evidence?
This is the box Prince Fitz instructed me to deliver to the king. Take it. I don't want to see it again.
I've got proof that Prince Fitz instructed Morrison to deliver something which caused the king to sink into a coma.
This box is made by craftsmen in Aurora City. That reminds me, Regina has a pen pal in the Oz Kingdom. Could that be?
That can't be. There must be some kind of misunderstanding.
Maybe you don't know your brother as well as you thought.
Fitz may have disagreements with Father over policies, but he'd never do such a thing. At any rate, I must ask him in person.
Where are you going, brother?
Fitz, tell me, was it you?
I just asked Regina for a little help. It's time to break out of the entrenched conservatism in this kingdom and make some radical changes.
You think Regina would be that kind?
I don't care why she did it. I just want to shape a bright future. I've opened the portal, and Regina's troops have arrived.
How foolish. You cannot bear the consequences of doing this. I'll stop Fitz. I'll leave the portal to you. Stop being so
Cut the bullshit.
Don't just stand there. Go help with the portal.
Leave it to me.
Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Yeah!
Oz, capital. How weak and vulnerable.
Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Yeah! Hey! Ha!
Those who stand in my way will pay the...
Stop! Don't hurt him! Ugh, I told you not to come over.
Fitz, you...
Regina, the Oz capital is not for you to be reckless.
Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha!
Darkness will soon envelop this world. All that you have done is futile. You got lucky this time, but it won't be that easy next time.
Fitz, why did you do this?
I told you I won't have a repeat of what happened to Dr. James. Since you're unwilling to change, I have no choice but to implement changes by force. You think anyone who isn't like you must be an enemy? Do you not realize how much harm this kind of prejudice has done? That's right. I teamed up with Regina to deploy her troops so that you'd recognize the crisis. But I never expected her to use dark magic. That's my only miscalculation.
You know that isn't what I'm asking.
Don't be overwhelmed with gratitude. I'm just returning a favor.
Fitz, I'm deeply disappointed in you.
I doubt you'd ever expected anything of me.
Alas, I'd intended to let my heir implement reforms as he saw fit. I'd hoped to pass the throne to you.
Is that so? What a pity.
I know the dispositions of both of you very well. I'd hoped David would be the sword that defends the kingdom, while you'd be the cornerstone of its development.
Cornerstone. It's too late for that now. I've ruined my chances.
What a surprising turn of events! Wait a minute. Your Majesty, you've awakened!
Thanks to my old friend Merlin. Luckily he came back just in time.
Madge Merlin, I'm so glad to finally meet you.
Ah, it's you. I'd hoped to see you on my way here.
Oh, do you know me?
Of course, my child. I keep a close eye on all the lords. Castle crystals are immensely powerful, and that makes them hard to control. Not everyone can wield the power of castle crystals. You may not realize it yet, my child, but there's a power inside you that share the same origin with the crystals, namely, the Guardian.
I have the power of the Guardian.
Yes, the power of the Guardian has been dormant for a long time. But the power will be unleashed as you fight against dark magic. You'll learn to control it over time. Dark magic has expanded a lot in secret, and is bound to wreak havoc in the land of Oz. I hope you'll follow the Guardian's footsteps and use your power to protect our home.
Of course, that's just my intention.
Excellent. You're indeed the right person to succeed the power of the Guardian.
There's someone I want you to meet. This princess wants to go on adventures with friends who can understand her. I think you can be excellent partners.
Become powerful during the adventure. By the way, Mage Merlin, could you help me rebuild the castle?
Collecting castle crystals is the only way to rebuild the castle. There just so happens to be another crystal shard in the Oz Kingdom's treasury. And I think the king will be willing to share it now that you've helped so much.
No problem. I was thinking about how to repay your kindness. Take the crystal if you need it.